Hello guys and gamers, and welcome back to another MP4 video format. Now, let's talk about Pokemon. And unless you're a raccoon, you might have noticed that Pokemon have colors. And a fun thing about these Pokemon colors that sometimes there are errors or mistakes, and some of them just make absolutely no sense on what colors Game Freak decides to have them in. And I want to talk about the last option there, because there's some weird stuff going on with Pokemon colors in the mainline Pokemon games. And I'm gonna talk about some other stuff too. Now, starting with Pokemon that just have changed colors for basically no reason. This happened a lot in the first generation that introduced colors into the Pokemon world, where some Pokemon were initially off-colored. Something like Cyndaquil being black, Sneasel being weirdly brown and light blue. And then one of the weirdest examples is the Pokemon Smeargle, which kind of looks tan with a red paint thing on its tail, and the shiny color being more whitish with a green paint thing on its tail. And if you know anything about the Pokemon Smeargle, you might think, hey, didn't you get those two mixed up? And I didn't, but probably Game Freak did, because in Generation 3, the colors were swapped, and the normal version had the green thing on its tail, and the shiny version had red paint on its tail. I have no idea what caused this to happen, but it did. In the beginning of Generation 2, yeah, okay, you're gonna make a few mistakes just like that. And, it was on the Game Boy Color, so maybe there were some technical things that, you couldn't color a Pokemon this exact certain way because of some shenanigans that I will never understand and too lazy to research. But this has happened after that as well. Some things being like, hey, what color is Ditto? Is it pink or purple? Sometimes it's either one. And Magikarp, is it red or is it orange? It's somewhere in there. It's a spectrum. And I think the most infuriating Pokemon in this category is Gligar. Because in Generation 4, Gligar had weird colors, like really, really weird colors. It started off the generation in Diamond and Pearl looking like this. It's a bit, purplish, that's fine, but here comes Platinum, and oh look, oh my god, I encountered a shiny Gligar. Hold on, where are the sparkles? Oh no, wait, that's not a shiny, that's just how normal Gligar looks in the game. It's like dark bluish for some reason? I'm not sure why, but that happened. And what happened in the next game? The last game of Generation 4 in Heart Gold and Soul Silver? Well, Gligar changed again to a third color. This time, a bit more closer to like what it usually is, which is kind of like this pink purple-ish color. So I have no idea why all of this happened. My best guess is just Game Freak thought it would be incredibly funny to change a Pokemon's color in each game. At least thankfully we have Pokédex, our trusty resource in determining what color a Pokemon actually is. Except it doesn't really make sense either. There is a feature in the Pokédex in some games where you can filter out or search Pokemon by their colors. And the official colors that the Pokédex gives some Pokemon is just absolutely baffling. It makes absolutely no sense. Here's some of my favorites. So yes, I'm looking currently at the Bulbapedia listing of all Pokemon by their Pokedex colors, and this should be still up to date because this is still a feature in Pokemon Home. So let's take a look at these and see like the weirdest ones that we can find, because there definitely is a few really odd choices here. One of the first ones in the blue section that I find kind of weird to start off are Alolan Meowth and Alolan Persian, which I always thought they were just kind of grey. And grey is a category of Pokemon you can see later on, but for some reason, the official Pokedex lists them as blue, which I guess maybe, but again, I would rather say they are grey, at least with my eyes. Now hopping on to the yellow section, if we scroll a bit down, we can see that Sawadle and Leavanny are both in here. And this is one of the weirder ones that I found out here. So if you scroll down a bit more to the green section, you see their middle evolution, Swadloon, being green, but not Leavanny, which is also very green, or Sawadle, which is also very green. For some reason, the only one listed green in the evolution line is Swadloon. And also, now that I see Cresselia here, I don't think belongs in yellow. It has yellow in it, fair point, but most of it is blue and purple as well. So, weird choices, weird choices in here. Also in the green section, Bronzor. That's blue. This list kind of makes me feel like I'm partly colorblind. I don't know who made this listings. Like, please get some eyeglasses, or I don't know what fixes like color blindness. Please do something because that blue disc is definitely not green. It can be green if you get it as shiny, but as it is now, I would say that is definitely blue. And here's another one that doesn't really make sense to me. We have a lot of Pokemon here. We have Snorlax, we have Murkrow, we have Sneasel. All of them black. I could definitely see for some of them, like Murkrow is very dark blue. So sure, but Snorlax? What's up with Snorlax? I don't get that one at all. Like that's one of the most baffling that we've seen so far. So now we have arrived into the purple section, and some of the weirder ones here that I can see is definitely Bounsweeze right over here, and its evolution Steenie and Serena are part of their bodies kind of partly purple. Yeah, maybe, but still, mm, I don't like this. And also Corviknight right there in the middle. I always thought that was kind of like very dark blue or black trying to be. But apparently Pokemon lists it as purple. So it's not just they used to make these kind of mistakes. We have these kind of weird coloring issues for more modern Pokemon as well. And that's what I really don't get about this. Here on the gray, we have clearly blue Pokemon like Misdreavus, Pineco, and Quillfish for some reason, which is definitely blue in my eyes. So I don't know where they got the gray parts from, honestly. Okay, I didn't see anything else more offensive just by scrolling through this list quite fast, but you can clearly see like some of them are very wrong, and I'm not sure why that is. That is like a complete mystery to me why these are the wrong colors. But yeah, this one is something I really don't understand. And I don't think it's a system that should really exist in the Pokédex as itself. Like it's kind of good, so you can search up like a Pokemon like what was the Pokemon's name? It was like Red, and then you can just go into the game and search for what Pokemon that was. I kind of understand that, but many Pokemon just they just have many colors in them, and it would be hard to categorize a Pokemon like Galarian Zigzagoon. Is it black or is it white when it's like 50% both equally? So it's really hard to categorize them only based on one color. So if you want to have a Pokedex color searching feature, which I think they removed in like the later games, please just make like a tag system. Tag Pokemon and they can have multiple colors. Makes sense that way. Please do that. Okay, I also wanted to mention in this video a couple of like spin-offs that deal weirdly with Pokemon colors, and my favorite one of them is Pokemon Colosseum, where all of the shiny forms are just completely made up. So yeah, hello, it's me again. This time we're looking at Bulbapedia, and they also have a page for Colosseum shiny sprites from the uh, box system of that game. So immediately you can see a few wrong. You can see Caterpie not being golden, being kind of like dark brownish, but there are definitely some worse ones up ahead. Hold on, is that Diglett green? What's it doing green? I don't know. It's just it's green now. The usual shiny Diglett just has a blue nose. This one's just green for some. Okay, that's another weird one. Instead of being green, Cubone and Marowak here are just kind of pinkish for some reason. I okay, sure. Looks I don't like it as much as the green one. Yeah. Ooh, a Lapras. I actually do like this Lapras more than the purple one. Yeah, that is a good Lapras. So a fun thing about Cyndaquil and Quilava here, because they actually have green flames when they're animated, but for some reason, Typhlosion doesn't have green flames anymore. Also, I'm not sure what what's going on with Totodile over there, but I kind of like it though. Yeah. Oh, yes. Zizor is one of the more famous ones. You can see a few other weird ones here as well. Slugma, Ursaring. But Zizor being like golden, that is actually pretty cool. And as much as I like green, as I just said, I like green, I kind of do prefer this one. It looks pretty cool. Also, Shiny Sneasel. That is an upgrade. That is an upgrade. Because again, I like green. Smeagol being very confusing again. Now it looks like it might have a blue tail, I'm not sure. And also Miltank looking very demonic there. So not sure what is going on there, but I hate it. Oh yeah, the fossils look very weird here too. Yeah. There's just so many that have changed. And the final ones that I'm gonna show is basically the Metagross. No more yellow cross in there. So there are definitely some weird changes in here. I don't understand what's going on. It's kind of weird. Latios is very blue. Just looks kind of normal. It's supposed to be like mint green, so no idea what happened there again. All sorts of weird stuff in there. And the weirdest part is, some of the Chinese are correct. So this was 100% intentional. And I have no idea why. What is going on? What is going on with Pokemon colors? I don't know anymore, but at the same time, I don't care. So if you like this video, please remember to leave a like, leave a comment, leave your kids, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next episode once my brain recovers, which is probably in 2 weeks. Bye. See ya.